Hello, Shiloh Wildcats. Miss Millie here again to teach lesson 13-5, which is on making 2D shapes from other 2D shapes. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Take out your math worksheet and you should see, hang on a minute. Here we go. All right, let's get started.
Emily has 4 triangles. She made another flat shape by placing the triangles side by side. Drag the triangles below to connect them. Make as many different shapes as you can. As you make each shape, describe it and tell where the triangles are.
All right, so for you at home, this might be a little bit difficult. If we were at school, we would be using our pattern blocks to actually use our hands and create these. But we can't do that, so if you're at home, what you could do is draw and cut out 4 triangles, or you could just draw them right on your paper, okay? But either way, get yourself ready and we will see what kind of new shapes we can make out of these 4 triangles. Up here, it appears they made what shape? What flat shape do you see? It's a square, you got it. All right, so let's take these 4 triangles and see what we can make. I was playing with it a little bit and had a little bit of a hard time, but here's one shape I came up with. So tell me what you think about this. If we turn the triangles this way a little bit, oops, and put them together. All right, now I take this one and I'm gonna turn it like that. All right, so what shape do you think I am making? I put one more triangle over here. Let's find out. Oh, does that fit? That doesn't look right. What if we turn it like this? Ooh, now what new shape did I make? Looks like a rectangle. So we took 4 triangles and turned them into a rectangle. All right, now you take your pencil or shapes at home and you see what new shapes you can create using all 4 triangles. You're gonna have to turn them all different ways to see what you can create. Good luck. All right, after you're finished with this page, go ahead and flip it, do the hard flip. We will start our video. Maybe. Sometimes the video doesn't work. Let's try again. All right, so the video is not going to work this time, and that is okay. In class, that happens. You all know we give it our magic fingers. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So at the top of your page right here, they are talking about how many triangles it took. Here, let me get bigger here for a minute. Okay, so on this page, instead of the video, you can just look at it. And right here, she has, what shape is this? You remember it has 6 sides. That is a hexagon. So she's thinking, how many triangles could I use to fill up this hexagon? So she has 1 here. Now she has 1, 2, 3. 3 covered up half of the hexagon. So how many does it take all together to fill up the entire hexagon? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she started with 1 triangle and turned 6 triangles into a hexagon. So she took 1 flat shape and turned it into a whole new flat shape. All right, now we're going to go back to our math page. All right, and we're going to go ahead and get started with number 1. It says, use the pattern block shown to cover the shape draw the lines, and then write the number that tells how many pattern blocks you used. So once again, if we were in class, we would be using our own blocks, but we don't have any, we're not in class. So what I did was I drew a tiny little green triangle for this page. And now, so you can take that triangle and put it right on your paper and see how many triangles it would take to cover up this big triangle. Now this one they did for you, and they traced so you can see they have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one they did for us. Let's go ahead and trace. So we're going to trace this triangle. Oopsie. I don't want that. Trace the triangle. Oh boy. Well, I did my best. And now there are 4 small triangles to make one new large triangle. All right, let's move on. Flip it like a pancake. And you will be on this page. All right, so now for this page, just like with my little triangle I drew and cut out, I also made a little orange square. And how I did that, your moms and dads might have to help you, or you can do it. I took a plain white piece of paper, I put it on top of this, and if you look real closely, you can see the square and the triangle. So just trace over it, trace over the triangle, trace over the square, and cut them out. And then you have your own pattern blocks to work with. That's what I did. So if you need to do that, that's fine. You go ahead. And then you can use your shapes to figure out how many shapes it takes to cover up each larger shape. Now, let's see if I have any shapes I can use on here. Don't think that I do. Oh, I do. Look at that. All right, so I'm going to take my square. All right. And let's make it the same size as this square. Okay, now I need to figure out how many of this orange square, how many of these can fit into this rectangle over here. Let's find out. 1. All right. Oh, I don't know. Oh, and then do you think I can fit one more? Can I fit one more? I sure can. All right, so how many squares, how many orange squares did it take to fill in this rectangle? 1, 2. So we're going to write the number 2 right here. All right, now take your square that you cut out, or you just have to use your brain and think really hard. How many times could this orange block fit into this, or I'm sorry, this orange square fit into this larger square? Let's find out. I'm going to take my square from over here. Let's get my square again. Make them the right size. All right, let's see how many squares will fit inside this square. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so 4 small squares fit into the larger square. All right. Number 4. Ooh, tricky. Number 4 says, use pattern blocks shown to create the fish. So you need to figure out how many triangles and how many squares it takes to fill up this new shape of a fish. All right, so once again, let's come over here. Let's get my square. All right, let's make it the right size. All right, let's see. Can a square fit right here? No. But a square fit right here? No. What about over here? Does that match? No. What about right here? Does that square fit? It sure does. So how many squares did we put into this fish? 1. Good job. So go ahead and write a 1 on next to your square. Now let's go to our triangle. Let's see over here. Let's see if I can find a triangle. Oh, I sure can. Let's make it the right size. All right, now how many triangles can we fit onto this fish? All right, let's see. I don't know if I can turn. I don't think I can turn the triangle at all. So if I put him right here, I don't know if I can turn him. Yeah, I can't. All right, guys, so I can't turn the triangle. So this one's gonna be a little bit difficult to do on the screen. But if I turned this triangle, could it fit right here? Yes, it could. And if I turned this triangle, could it fit right here? Yes, it could. And if I took this last triangle and if I was able to turn it just a little bit outside, could it fit right here? It sure could. So I know that looks very confusing. Hopefully on your paper, you have your own little green. And here's what I did. So you can turn him 1, turn him again, 2, turn him again. He fits over here on 3. All right, so hopefully that one works okay for you. So how many triangles did we use? I know mine doesn't look right. Hopefully yours looks better. We used 1, 2, 3. 3 triangles. All right, good job, friends. Now flip it to your last page. Now this one you have to do on your own. I'm just going to give you the instructions. You're going to use your little paper cutouts that you made, or think real hard in your brain how many times each shape could fit into the larger shape. So number 5 and 6, you need to use your pattern block or your shape you made to cover the shape shown. Draw lines and then write the number that tells how many pattern blocks you used. So we didn't talk about that much in the beginning. If we go back for just a sec, if we go back to this one, what they want us to do in the back side is after you fit your shape, okay, there's 1, and then 1 more can fit. They would like for you to draw a line. Oh boy, my lines are not very good. Draw a line, and then that way, if you were to remove this block, if we deleted it, then you have your line and it still shows. Now you can see that there are 1, 2 squares to make up the rectangle. All right, so now as you place your squares, draw lines to figure out how many shapes, how many squares it is going to take to fill up this rectangle, and how many little triangles it will take to fill up this larger triangle. All right, number 7 and 8. Use the pattern block shown to create a new shape. Draw the shape over here and write how many of this shape you use to create your new shape. So take this green triangle, use more than 1, and draw a new shape over here. How many triangles did you use? Write that number on the line. Same thing for number 8. Take your orange square. Like I said, hopefully you made your own. And what new shape can you make right here using more than 1 of the orange square? How many did you use? What new shape did you make? Write the number on the line. And number 9, use pattern blocks to create a picture and then draw it in the space. So you have to use shapes to draw yourself a picture on number 9. All right, friends, this one should be pretty fun, really simple. It should not take a whole lot of time. I think you got this. Go ahead and get started with your work. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye-bye.